Music producers, it's Curtis King, CurtisKingBeats.com, and as you can see, we are in our new space, and we are talking about how to sell beats in 2019. Curtis, tell us what has changed. Well, let's talk about it. Music producers, it is 2019. Welcome to the new year. I know that many of you are excited either to develop your business further than what you did in 2018 or possibly even to start it up now. You're finally starting to understand the beauty that selling beats online could be. I am the living proof of what it could be. Now you can go check out the tour of our home, and this is pretty much still a main source of income for me as a music producer, but I would be lying if I didn't say that it has shifted over time. That being said, what can we expect in 2019? What is so different this year, Curtis, than has been every year of music production? Well, obviously the business goes under its own transformations. Some of them good, some of them bad, but all in all, I always look at it as a positive thing. One thing that I want to draw your attention to first and foremost, obviously at the end of the year, the BeatStars family went through some crazy circumstances, and a lot of producers got affected by it. And when I could have talked in that situation about it and got my clicks up and my views, I chose to step away from that because I could have used that as an opportunity to tell you guys Curtis King has a course about how to build your own music producer website course at CurtisKingBeats.com. I could have did that, but I didn't do that. I left it alone because it was obviously a very unfortunate situation that affects, my homie DJ Payne 1, who represents BeatStars, and obviously Abe, who I've had conversations with, and all good people. It's just unfortunate to see that happen. But here's one thing that I think producers need to understand as they start to proceed into selling beats in 2019. You need to have your own digital real estate. What is digital real estate? That is what you're owning. You're owning your URL, the owning of your own website. You need to have your own .com. And I feel like in 2019, I should not have to keep drilling at home, but I think it's very important because what happened, if you didn't know, was that BeatStars went through some hacking situation. Some asshole, you know what? Let me not talk like that because I don't need that smoke. I don't want no smoke from y'all. Do not come to CurtisKingBeats.com hacking nothing. Please don't do that. Whatever it was, had some kind of gripe. They did what they did, and the website went down during the same time that they wanted to actually present some of their new features. Producers' beats got basically their titles got replaced with new names, and basically people weren't making their sales. Pages were down, the server was down, all kind of craziness happened, and those producers that didn't have a website were left pretty much in the dark until BeatStars could figure that situation out. Now, what do we learn from that situation? One, you are putting yourself at a danger by only relying upon a BeatStars or even an Airbnb, because it can happen to any of these websites, right? You are putting all your eggs in one basket by relying upon one website. Now, when that website goes down, you go down. Let's think back to those days. Maybe some of you are a little bit too young, but let's think back to those MySpace days. What happened to those MySpace profiles like the Tila Tequilas that had millions and millions of friends and top 8s and all that good stuff? It just went to the graveyard. It was R.I.P. MySpace. Shout out to Tom. He out there in the woods or the mountains taking pictures, whatever. But that being said, you saw what happened to MySpace. That can happen to any website. So it is imperative that you have your own digital real estate. Moving forward into 2019, there is no excuse for you not to have a .com. I don't care if you're a beginner. I don't care if you feel like your beats are not up to par. It does not matter. You gotta have, look, I'll shake you.
Stop it.
You gotta have your own digital real estate. That is numero uno. Because once you design your own world, you can sell your own products, not have to rely upon all these third-party websites to make it happen. Look, there's nothing wrong with using a BeatStars and an Airbit, but just make sure that you have the foundation in case something happens to those of your own website, because things get to operate on their own terms after that. The second thing you want to pay attention to, music producers, in 2019, streaming is no longer just your dirty little secret. Streaming is now another source of income for music producers, and it's a very substantial amount, even for producers that are not really selling beats right now. It's a great opportunity to find yourself either on some high profile playlists on Spotify or Apple Music, or even to find yourself into a Pandora station. There are so many producers that I happen to discover because I literally have a Pandora station of Jay Dilla that I listen to religiously when I'm cleaning the house, when I'm watering my lawn, hey. When I'm washing my car, hey. I don't wash it like that, but you know what I'm talking about. When I do all that, I listen to the music in my AirPods and I'm listening like, yo, who is this producer? You could be that producer, but you won't be that until you start to put your music in more than just free websites. I'm not an anti-free website. I just want you to get yourself up to date with where the business is going, where everything is going. Everything is not going to be what it was 2 years ago. There's a lot of producers out here who are stubborn and angry because things are changing and they want so desperately to hold on to 2006 and 2012, and they're not realizing that the game is changing, the business is shifting, the audience is shifting, and that being said, you have to shift along with it or be forgotten. The next thing that I want you to pay attention to, producers, it is time to show your face. I don't care how antisocial, how ugly, I don't care if you got 2 teeth and then they throwing up West Side, I don't care what it is, you need to show your face. We need to see more than just your logo. You can no longer survive just as a producer. Stop relying upon the odds that your beats are so fire that somebody says, I don't care what he looks like, I don't care what he sounds like, where he's from, I don't care nothing about his story, his beats are so fire, I'll remember him and come back to him. That doesn't even sound realistic for you, does it? Name the time that you've done that for yourself and that worked out to that person's favor and you remember who it was. Probably not that many. So that being said, you're gonna have to start showing your face. I, as Curtis King, should not be this anomaly that I am the only one that is really showing my face as a music producer and being a personality. I should not be one of the only ones out here to do that. I'm thankful to be the vehicle of all this charisma and character, but that's not the point. The point is I had to show people who I am, and that in turn showed them, look, I trust doing business with this person. I like them. I like what they represent. I even know a little bit from where they're from. That being said, I want to do some future business with them. A lot of my beat sales come from people who were just searching for information on YouTube, happen to see this face, and decided, you know what, let me go check his website out, because even if his beats are whack, he's a cool personality, maybe I'll get something from him. Oh, wait a minute, these beats are actually pretty dope. Why'd they give me a chance? Because they saw my face and my voice or whatever they saw. They trusted, they liked, and they gave an opportunity to my website. You cannot, in this day and age, especially not 2019, come on with the spamming, man. It's time to give it up. Y'all had a long run. It's time to give it up. I know you're not gonna stop, but it's time to give it up. It is time to start showing face. Let people hear that amazing voice of yours. Let them see you in your element. It is time for them to see more than just your fingers on the keys. They need to see more than you just doing pictures like this and doing pictures with your MIDI keyboard. Like, we get it, that's your baby, but show us more aspects of your life. You do more than just make music. No, I don't. No, you do more than just do music. I'm sure. You go to the grocery store at all? What kind of cereal you like? You like Lucky Charms? You look like, okay, I see what you did there. You said Fruit Loops. Okay, I see. Okay, you into puns and all that. That's cool. Show us more aspects of your life, because those without an identity will be forgotten. The last instructions that I want to give you before you proceed into selling beats in 2019, realize that what my friend Epic predicted within our podcast episode that you can go check out on his channel, what he predicted when he said that the music production game is starting to transform into Netflix, he was ahead of his time and he knew exactly what the hell he was talking about. That is where we are moving. What does that mean? Think about Netflix as a model, right? Think about how Netflix put Blockbuster pretty much out of business. What is Blockbuster? Exactly. Blockbuster used to be this place that you could walk in, kids that are too young to understand, you could walk into this place and basically go get a movie, probably on VHS and DVD, get the movie, take it to the front desk and say, I want to get these movies. How much? $5.99 each? Sounds good. And then you walk out and then you got to deliver it. And if you don't bring it back on time, you get these outrageous fees that don't even justify you even renting the movies to begin with. Netflix said, that's good. What if I can give you every movie that you ever wanted to watch at the click of one subscription? Would you be down for that? And then people was like, hell yeah, I'd be down for that. And so we had Netflix, and Netflix put them out of business. So here's the thing about it. There are producers who have catalog, producers who are starting to make up these subscription models that make sense in the context of their business. You better figure out how can you transform what it is that you're doing, whether you're sound designing, whether you're making beats. You better figure out how to turn that into Netflix, your own Netflix. What do you have an abundance of that you can give an abundance of to your customers customers and one subscription fee per month. You figure that out. I can't make that answer up for you, but you figure that out, you will be ahead of your time and you will be ahead of the curve in 2019. That's not just where our industry is going, that's where many industries around us have already been going. It's time for you to step up, show your face, and make sure that people understand who you are. We can go back through all of these. I don't want to go back through all of these. What I want you to do is get up right now and go figure this situation out. Selling beats in 2019 should not even just be, it should be the bare minimum of what you want to accomplish. You need to start developing your empire right now, and it starts with the decisions that you're making today. Because in this life, you will not be full of life until you decide to live life to its fullest. Curtis King, the leading voice of the online music producer and rapper community. Don't add me. Peace. Please subscribe to the channel below. Curtis King, CurtisKingBeats.com.